Hi. This is for my passion project. So, hi. First, our English arts, right? And hi, Mrs. Blake, right? It is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so this is my passion project day. So yeah, as you see, I do some Kindles up, but it's not really important thing. So here it is. Yeah, what I'm covering is basically the Western Front, but yeah, not like World War II, but like the Western Front, but not like the whole thing of it. That'd be way too long. Yeah, so it's basically yeah. So it says first part, second part. I'm just gonna do them both. And basically, it's basically the war between I'm covering between the start of the war and then after the Battle of France. So I'm just gonna read all of these descriptions here without going to them and look at them a bit. Just see that it's going. Yeah, okay. So start off with after the phony war between the declaration of war in 1949, the Battle of France. Not a whole lot of military stuff happened on the Western Front, and things that did happen were half-hearted or because phony war is kind of a bit false. It's not like nothing happened. Like there's Poland, Norway, Battle of the Atlantic. It's just that stuff in like Western Europe, France and not really much happened. And there's one of the half-hearted events, which is honestly one of the saddest opportunities of the war. It's just sad. A French offensive in 1949, which due to competence on part of the French High Command, they were incompetent. There's no doubt about that. They retreated from Germany, despite German forces being far less than them. In fact, let's go into it right now. Let me show you. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so here it is. The plans call for roughly 4 divisions, including 1 armored division, 3 mechanized divisions, 70 artillery regiments, and 40 tank battalions. This is Poland, which was then under invasion. And you know how much they had? Oh wait, no, it's not talking about that. Although 30 divisions advanced the border, in some cases, across the German border. Hold on. Sorry. So, to assist Poland, which is then under invasion by attacking Germany's understrength Western Front. Although 30 divisions advanced to the border, just the Franco-German border, across the big massive assault never happened. When the quick victory in Poland allowed Germany to reinforce its lines of homecoming troops, things would stop. The German forces eventually withdrew, and amid a German counteroffensive on 17th of October. So yeah, it wasn't a big thing, not 17th of October. I think they mean 17th September. However, of course, it was some shooting. If you look at these casualty numbers very quick, oh yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about. 4 division, 400 tanks, thousands of artillery pieces, and 22 divisions, and few artillery pieces. Remember, these are not the best. All the good stuff's in Poland. That's where all the good stuff's located. This right here is not leftovers, certainly not, but not the best. But yeah, look at this right here. Crap happened. Yeah, sorry. People were killed, wounded, aircraft destroyed, casualties, tanks destroyed. There were battles. Nothing big, but they didn't just sit on their butts. Now, Battle of the Atlantic is not where to go into. Longest battle of the war, but that's not really enough to describe it. The Battle of the Atlantic, the longest continuous military campaign in World War II, because one from 1939 to about defeated Nazi Germany in 1945. It's a big part of World War II naval history. They wanted to blockade Germany, but Germany's I'm starving you out. But then Then, okay, you go down here. The campaign peaked from mid-1940, it really got up there, through to the end of 1943, although it continued on for, like, the entire war, just when it's really at its peak. Officers on the bridge of an escorting British destroyers stand watch for enemy submarines, October 1941. Brazil? Oh, yeah, I remember, like, reading something, like, there was, like, Brazilian troops in Italy or whatever. Crazy stuff. And just look at all these casualty numbers. Jeez. It's no small thing. Campaign started immediately after the European War began. This so-called phony war. Yeah. Like I said, things happened, just not much. So here's the stuff before the Battle of France. So let's just read a couple things here. So 1939, obviously the Kriegsmarine, it's no small thing, but it's freaking sorry. The Royal Navy and the French Navy, which French Navy not as powerful as the, British Navy back then. Still pretty big. I think like they had like a aircraft carrier in like somewhere, I guess. So instead of like trying to beat them pound for pound with battleships, which I think they tried during World War One, and I don't think it didn't really work. But then again, they were kind of holding them back. And what I know about history, World War One stuff. Yeah, so they just wanted to commerce trade them, using capital ships to take out their merchant vessels, using armed merchant cruisers. Basically, oh, we are a merchant ship, but no, we're not. Yeah. And you're also using submarines and aircraft. I mean, it's not like they didn't have British ships. All they did, to weaken them, but they didn't. If they could avoid it, if it wasn't that necessary, they would engage them in open battle. I mean, they did. There were open battles in there in the Battle of the Atlantic, but they're not really big scale. Let's see one more thing. We had the pocket battleships, because during, between World War One and World War Two, there's a Treaty of Versailles, so they could have battleships, so they couldn't be anything big. Ooh, yeah, submarines sinking an ocean liner. Not quite good. Okay, where's some of the, Okay, here's something cool. On the 14th of September 1949, Britain's most modern carrier, this is the best thing, The HMS Ark Royal, like you've heard that name, narrowly avoided being sunk with 3 torpedoes from U-39. When 3 torpedoes from U-9 exploded prematurely. Oh, the torpedoes like exploding near the ship, I guess. It was forced to surface and scuttled by the escorting destroyers. British destroyers, I'm guessing, probably. Because the first U-boats lost the war. So the entire war is like the first U-boat lost. But another carrier, the HMS Courageous, was sunk. So German success in sinking Courageous was past a month later when, I guess, some German guy penetrated the British base at Scapa Flow and sank the old battleship HMS Royal Ark at anchor, immediately becoming a hero of Britain, because he went into Scapa Flow, like one of their big naval bases, took out one of their battleships. If I've gone long enough, you get it. Wait a minute. 3 hunting. Ooh. Wait, Battle of the River Plate. First naval battle in World War II. And it was in South America. Yeah, this is stuff you don't hear about. This was like near South America as like the first, not the first naval action. It was like the first major naval battle, like big ships direct fighting each other. Anyways, the German invasion of Denmark, like we all heard about this, Thing about it's so incredible, like it only lasted 6 hours, like literally 6 hours. Probably like 6 hours, something minutes, but you get the point. This invasion did not last very long. It's just 9th of April, 1940. Yeah, let's look at all these. Oh yeah, invasion of Iceland, because I guess Denmark had Iceland. I think it was Greenland. I don't think British did that. I think we took some England. We Americans took occupied Greenland for the British, I guess. Also, the they had like a fair number of troops, I guess. But still, seven summer, seven submarines. Still, you see here, there's still some battles. Aircraft destroyed, people killed. I think I remember like this one thing in class, like when I saw like Afghanistan, like only four people, 4,000 people died. I was like, only 4,000, because I was like thinking about the Second World War, which not really even big battles compared to like terrorist action over many years. And yeah, they invaded primarily so they can get to Norway, and also to secure supply lines, because supply lines over the sea, when the British got the most powerful navy, is not exactly good. So while you still will need like a naval system, it'd be much better to have it closer there, closer to Norway. Hmm. Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's a short battle. Like, what battle? I wonder. The H4 was breached at the 9th. And the simultaneously landing troops at, yeah. Bicycle machine. Yeah, it's all really interesting, but yeah, can't make this that long. Norwegian campaign. The Germans invaded Norway to secure their access to iron ore in Sweden. Because actually, if you didn't know, they were like basically the Allies were actually day ahead of invading Norway themselves. Until the Germans did it first. I think also one of the reasons the Allies wanted to invade Norway or something like that. At least get through Norway so that could, I guess, block Germany needs access to iron ore. They want to get through Norway, then like take Sweden's iron ores, control them, and to help out Finland, gets the Reds, the Soviets. That's weird. Okay, we're good now. The Battle of Narvik saw Norway's toughest fighting. I think it was the battles of Narvik, like 3 battles within a week. Yeah, nearly 7,500 Norwegian troops participated in the battle, along with the British, French. Okay, yeah. The reconquest of Norway was the first time that the Third Reich warned she had to be removed from a captured city. We have the three ones. Let's look at these cows. 100,000 people. I'll say like 100,000 divisions. What? It's a bit much. Oh yeah, because they had to transport people to Germany, to Norway. So this is actually, I think, one of their biggest naval operations, just in terms of big ships. They actually had to use pretty big ships to actually get to Norway. Like you look at this map. There's no map here, but Norway, is not connected by a landmass except near Russia. Well, we all know Russia's not going to start for at least over a year. It's a bunch of complicated stuff, but yeah. Norwegian camp. Yeah, like we ain't got time to get into this really, but all you need to know is that basically they were in there for like April, and they fought for quite a while until they pulled out because Germany was invading France. They the Benelux, getting into France and the Benelux countries, low countries, yada yada. Basically, Belgium, Holland, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, getting to France, because honestly, yes, at that point on, Norway is kind of a lost cause and they need those troops in France. They couldn't plop their butts in Norway for much longer. Let's look at this battle in Norfolk. Was a naval battle. Ninth of the battles in Norfolk. I'm about to say 9th of April to 8th of June 1940. Just one battle. I'm about to say. Oh, it's a crucial point you'll see here. Norfolk provided an ice-free harbor in the North Atlantic, which is a big thing. The North Atlantic is kind of near the Arctic, so a lot of ice, and this is Norway, icy and mountainy region, and that's crucial. They'll need this port. And need this port, so they could ship iron ore from Norway, to one of their countries. So this is quite crucial. And at this point in the war, I guess it's like one of the biggest battles since the invasion of Poland. And yeah, prior to the German invasion, British forces had considered Narvik as a possible landing point for an expedition to help Finland in the Winter War. And also such an expedition we'll help out Finland, but do you mind along the way we take the Swedish iron mines? Yeah. The land operation off. Seeing history is interesting, but we gotta get moving. The Norway debate. This basically a bunch of yada yada boo politics, but I think the one thing you really need to know is this part right here. Okay, hold on. This led to this whole debate, Okay, let's just read this whole first paragraph, whatever. The Norway debate, sometimes called the Narvik debate, because the battle thing, was a momentous debate in the British House of Commons during the Second War from the 9th to the 9th, so from the 7th to the 9th of May, 1940. It's called the most far-reaching parliamentary debate of the 20th century. The whole 20th century. Within the second days, the members held a vote of no confidence, which is held by the government, but for drastically reduced majority. Basically, they didn't like Neville Chamberlain, try to appease the Nazis. It didn't work. The war, so far the Germans weren't letting a lot. They're retreating from the Saarland, this. And now they're doing quite horribly in Narvik, in Norway. And so they held against a vote of no confidence. Eventually, I don't think it succeeded, but yeah, he resigned as prime minister, and well, we all know who replaced Neville Chamberlain now, did we? It's the man, the myth, the big cigar smoker. Winston Churchill. It's not a bad thing to say cigar smoker. He was, big things. Let's go to the Battle of the Netherlands first, because Battle of France was important, but well, I should not tell you which one happened first. Battle of France or Netherlands, but whatever. This too lasted about 4 days, promising. Oh, so actually they also continued to resist until 17th of May when Germany completed its occupation of the whole country. Gee, look at how destroyed Rotterdam is. Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, they actually just look at these members. That's a lot of people captured. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. This is Netherlands. This is Germany. So some Nazi soldiers were captured and actually sent to England. Yeah, paratrooper drop. They actually used paratroopers. The German Luftwaffe used paratroopers in the capture of several airfields in the vicinity of Rotterdam and The Hague, helping to quickly overrun the country and immobilize such forces now. So one of the most infamous things I think about this, the bombing of Rotterdam, which basically, I think they were, from what I remember reading of it, they were going to bomb Rotterdam, but they're trying to call it off, but they didn't get it in time or something like that, and they really bombed Rotterdam heavily. And well, look what happened. Destroyed. It's not the baddest bomb we'll get in World War II. Oh no, just like at Dresden and Warsaw. Like most of Warsaw today is a recreation. Like most of Dresden is recreation because we bombed the. We bombed them a lot. Let's just say it's not good. And that the kind of one of the reasons they surrendered. They didn't want more Rotterdams. And okay, let's go to the Battle of Belgium. The 18 Days campaign. Ooh, so yeah, the Battle of Belgium. So yeah, one crazy things about the Belgian thing. The Belgium is that they even though they did see, I think the Nazis were invading, or they knew they were going to invade, or just didn't want to see it. They did not really allow Allied troops into Belgium until they were invading. But let's just confirm that. Oh yeah, the Ardennes. The first strategic airborne operation using paratroopers ever attempted. So like the first deployment of paratroopers. Of course, the German paratroopers. Yeah, I'm not saying that. It was attacked, assaulting, and capturing Fort Elbin Alma, wherever. A Belgian fortress whose strategic position and strong artillery placements dominate several foreign bridges over the Albert Canal, which means they could probably destroy the bridges. As some of the German airborne forces assaulted the fortress and disabled the garrison and artillery pieces inside it, other paratroopers captured same things and captured 3 bridges over the canal. Having disabled the fortress, the airborne troops were then ordered to protect the bridges against Belgian counterattacks until they were linked up with ground force from the German 18th Army. And look at this, like a lot of Belgians died. Yeah, it's like one of the big first things of actually using paratroopers. Yeah, we all know of Operation Daimyo. We're heading out, boys. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Belgium tried for defense against German aggression faced political as well as military problems. In terms of military strategy, the Belgians were unwilling to stake everything on a linear defense of the Belgian-German border, and such an extension of the Maginot Line. Such a move would leave the Belgians vulnerable to a German assault in their rear through attack on the Netherlands. Strategy would also rely on the French to move quickly into Belgium and support the Belgian garrison in Belgium or Netherlands, whatever. Yeah. French strikage. Yeah. Yeah, so basically they really didn't allow their troops in until they literally invade. Like at that point you couldn't yeah, couldn't avoid reality. But yeah, here's the big thing of it. Battle of France, which I just saw this video today, talking about French, myths about the French army. And one thing is, well, it was really not that the French soldiers were crap, but they were actually quite good. They had great spirit. Like I remember this quote the video mentioned, this German general was saying that they fought they fought like French troops, like the French troops did in 1916 during World War One. The crucial year of the war, one of the most crucial years. Bloody year. I think the Battle of Somme, maybe, or Battle of Verdun, maybe. Like heavy fighting. Fighting hard. And they said they fought like that, like some guy at least. Yeah, but the Germans were trying hard to win during World War One. But think about it. They were able to do what Germany in World War One could not do in 4 years of brutal conflict. Eastern Front ended. They're able to bring some forces from the Western Front. Spring offensive. They're still not able to capture Paris. But in 6 weeks, what they couldn't do, they were able to do in 6 weeks. Think about that. Yeah, so yeah.